Okay, let's unpack this. Creatine, for most of us, it immediately conjures images of, the gym, big muscles, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's the common picture.
But what if there's a much bigger, maybe more surprising story behind this compound? Something reaching into areas like brain health, even how we age,
Exactly. That's what we're digging into today.
this unexpected side of creatine.
And what's really remarkable is, while our bodies do make some creatine, and yeah, it's in foods we eat,
Right, like red meat.
red meat, seafood, but getting enough for what we call optimal saturation for those full broad benefits, that usually means supplementation.
Okay.
So our mission today is really to cut through the noise, dive into the science, and pull out the key insights. Hopefully give you some aha moments about what creatine can really do.
All right, let's do it. So let's peel back the layers first. At its core, what is creatine fundamentally, and how does it actually, work inside our bodies?
Okay, so creatine is a naturally occurring compound. Your body makes it from 3 amino acids, glycine, arginine, and methionine.
Okay.
And it's mainly stored in your muscles and your brain, too, importantly. Its main job is all about energy, specifically rapid cellular energy. Think ATP.
ATP, yeah, the body's energy currency.
Exactly. ATP is like you're ready to spend cash for quick bursts of effort. When you exert yourself, you spend that ATP fast, and it becomes ADP, sort of like an empty wallet.
Got it.
Now, this is where creatine, stored mostly as phosphocreatine, comes in. About 95% is in the muscles. It acts like your body's super fast ATM.
Okay.
It instantly donates a phosphate group back to that ADP, turning it back into ATP, refilling the energy wallet, basically.
So that's how it helps sustain those high-intensity bursts?
Precisely. It lets you push just a bit harder, a bit longer. Now, your body does make some, and you get a bit from diet.
But probably not enough for these optimal effects.
Generally, no. Not enough to really saturate those muscle and brain stores for the maximum benefit we're talking about.
Okay, that makes sense. So given its role in immediate energy, it's obviously a huge thing for athletes. We know that part. But where does the science take us beyond just, lifting heavier or running faster?
Right, and this is where it gets really fascinating. The athletic benefits are undeniable. They're very well studied.
Yeah, I saw figures like an extra 2 to 4 pounds of muscle mass over maybe 4-12 weeks with resistance training.
That's right, significant gains. Plus, faster recovery, maybe even some injury prevention benefits. But the impact on the brain, that's the less told story that's just as profound.
Okay, tell me more.
We're seeing studies showing that increased creatine levels in the brain actually lead to better performance on demanding cognitive tasks.
Really? Like what kind of task?
Things requiring quick thinking, memory, especially noticeable in older adults, or even, say, when you're sleep deprived.
Wow, okay, so it's not just muscles.
Not at all. It's leading researchers to call creatine a conditionally essential nutrient, meaning under certain conditions like aging, high stress, maybe even vegetarian diets, your body might need more than it can make or get from food for optimal function, almost like a vitamin in those cases.
Conditionally essential. That's a really interesting way to frame it. A big shift from just seeing it as a sports supplement.
It absolutely is.
And that ties directly into this idea of health span, doesn't it? Living healthier for longer, not just living longer.
Exactly. For older adults, creatine seems really promising for fighting sarcopenia. That's the age-related muscle loss we all face.
Right, which impacts everything.
It does. And when combined with resistance training, it might even help improve bone mineral density, too. It's about maintaining function, vitality, the ability to do daily activities.
So with all these benefits, the big question always comes up. Safety. What's the real story there? There are myths, right?
Absolutely. And it's crucial to address those directly. Look, creatine monohydrate, often abbreviated CRM, is the form you want. It's the gold standard.
Why that specific form?
Because it's overwhelmingly the most studied. Like 95% of the research uses creatine monohydrate. And it's broadly considered very safe and effective for healthy adults.
Okay, so what about those myths? Like kidney or liver damage?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. Extensive research, really extensive, shows no link in healthy individuals. You might see a slight rise in blood creatinine levels.
Which sounds similar.
Right, but that's just a normal byproduct of creatine breakdown. It's not a sign of kidney damage in someone with healthy kidneys.
Good to clarify. And dehydration or cramps, I've heard that one too.
Also debunked by science. In fact, creatine actually pulls water into muscle cells, improving hydration at the cellular level. It might even offer some protection against dehydration.
So the opposite of the myth.
Pretty much. And weight gain, yes, you might see the scale go up a bit initially, but it's primarily water retention within the muscle cells, which is actually a good thing for performance, and over time, increased lean muscle mass. It's not unhealthy fat gain.
Okay. But are there any side effects people should be aware of?
Some people, yeah, might experience minor GI discomfort, like bloating, maybe an upset stomach or diarrhea, especially if they take a large dose all at once.
But there are ways around that.
Oh, definitely. It's usually easy to manage. You can just split the daily dose into smaller servings throughout the day, or you can skip the traditional loading phase altogether.
Right, the loading phase. Let's talk practicalities. How should someone actually take it, and what are the absolute must-know cautions?
Okay, first, stick with creatine monohydrate. That's key. For dosage, you've got two main routes to get your muscles saturated.
Route 1.
The loading phase. That's typically 20-25 grams per day, split into 4 or 5 smaller doses for about 5 to 7 days. This gets you saturated quickly. Then you drop down to a maintenance dose of 3 for 5 grams per day.
And Route 2.
Simpler, maybe easier on the stomach for some. Just take a consistent 3 to 5 grams per day from the start. It'll take longer to reach full saturation, maybe about 28 days, but you get there eventually, often with fewer initial side effects.
And hydration is important with both.
Yes, definitely keep up with your fluid intake. Now, the cautions are really important.
Okay.
If you have any pre-existing kidney or liver conditions, or if you're taking certain medications, think NSAIDs like ibuprofen, diuretics, some diabetes meds, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before even considering creatine.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Also, for healthy kids and adolescents, using creatine just for performance enhancement generally isn't recommended. There just isn't enough long-term safety data in that age group yet. Medical uses under supervision are different, of course.
Got it. Anything else?
Yeah, one last crucial thing. Supplements aren't regulated like drugs by the FDA. Quality can vary, so it's really on you, the consumer, to choose a high-quality creatine monohydrate powder from a reputable brand to make sure you're not getting impurities.
Good advice. So, wrapping this up, it sounds like creatine monohydrate is actually a remarkably safe and effective supplement for most healthy adults. The benefits go way beyond muscle, hitting cognitive function, maybe even helping us live healthier for longer. That whole health span idea.
It really does. It kind of makes you think, doesn't it? How our understanding of basic health and nutrition is constantly evolving. What other natural compounds are out there, just waiting for us to fully appreciate their broad impact on our well-being and health span?
A great thought to end on. And of course, we always remind you, please consult with your healthcare professional before adding any new supplement, including creatine, to your routine.